I just walked in, but y'all already know me. Things in the world nowadays getting oldie. Chilling in the crib with the fam, getting cozy. Talking with my people, we at home with our homies.
What's up, everybody? I am your host, Jason Ciano. Today on At Home with Our Homies, we have Corinne Croce from Body Evolved, my homie. I am super excited to have you on today. Thank you for joining us.
It's awesome to be here. I'm in such good company. I've seen all the other interviews and honored to be one of your people. So thank you.
We're honored to have you. Of course, it's our pleasure. So talk to the people a little bit about what's unique about Body Evolved, because I love what you guys are doing, man. You're combining a few different things, which is super unique in the space.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I have to give a shout out to my business partner who's in Palm Beach. He drove down there to build a little mini bee at a condo his fiance's family has so he could digitally train as best as he could.
That's awesome.
Darius Segowitz, him and I, we worked together for like 8 years. He's really kind of top-notch personal trainer, but has really an expertise in movement training, which is fixing like your foundational movement, which means as we move, we're not thinking about it, but we have patterns, and I won't, bore you with all the nuances, but we're not thinking about how we move. Our body just does it. And over time, with injury and sitting at desks and driving and just age, we start to have faulty patterns, and that sets us up for injury. So his real expertise is really fixing your patterns and your foundational movement, and then building your strength and your aesthetics goals and your cardio and all that. But what we found was, sure, that's awesome because that's not really happening a lot in personal training. It's just really kind of the like aesthetic goal. We're not really fixing people's movement. And on the PT side, the physical therapy side, it hasn't evolved at all. That's not saying all PTs. I always give that disclaimer. There's a lot of incredible people doing a lot of incredible things, but the industry as a whole has not evolved at all. And we're seeing, one, the industry itself is outdated and not really up to par with what we think it should be. And then there's this huge separation. You're either injured or you're not injured in training. And we think you should always be doing kind of both. So if you're injured, of course, we're fixing the core issue, not just the injury, because where you have an injury typically is not the problem. And then we're kind of segueing you right into movement and personal training. And then if you're just coming to us for personal training, you want to get in shape, you have athletic goals, races, competitions, whatever it is, we're still fixing your foundational movement to prevent injury. And you kind of got to weave that in, because if you just do kind of that type of stuff, they're not satisfied because they want to get that like good workout in. And that's where the sweet spot is. How do you fix somebody's movement so they're not building strength on dysfunction, but also giving them a great workout? So that's kind of what we do.
It's such a great description. I mean, I think it's so evident today. No, of course. I mean, that's why I love what you guys do, because even myself, like, I know that a lot of times I'll not be using proper form. And, typically at the boutique fitness concepts that I love and enjoy, there's a lot of people in one room, and, you could easily hide. And, even if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you have in there, it's just still impossible for everybody to get that attention and also break bad habits, right?
For sure. And a lot of these habits, which is super interesting, and also it is a little bit hard to grasp, you don't know you have them. Like, totally. Your body will adapt by deviating your hip a little to the right when you squat, or by tightening up your ankle to give you like this stable base. And I could nerd out on it, but you have no idea that's happening. So your body will figure out a way to get you to do what you want to do. It'll just do it incorrectly. And over time, that becomes a problem. But you can be in a group fitness class where your instructor is on it, your form is perfect, and you still have these little subtle things that seem unimportant, but over time are going to create a problem. And you actually just aren't going to get as much out of the workout. So if you fix somebody's squat pattern, they'll get stronger, and aesthetically, they'll get whatever goal they're shooting for, whatever that is, faster, because they're maximizing their ability to squat. They could lift heavier weight, they could go longer, they can go deeper range of motion, whatever it is.
Oh, totally. And I think it's also, this is not like a dig on instructors or coaches.
No, yeah, of course.
Means, but the reality, and also you see it in action where, you know, people who are using bad form and don't know it are like, they don't want help from instructors. So like, no, I'm good. You know, I got it. Don't worry about it. Let me actually pick up the heavier weight instead of actually correcting my form.
There's such it's a big conversation. So we are super blessed that both Darius and I work with SoulCycle, and we have this conversation all the time on, you can have an instructor or coach, and this is across the board, who are really trying to coach and help, and unfortunately some people just don't want it. And we have this mentality, and I've been guilty of it in my life, of more weight, more reps, more time. It always has to be more. So we kind of don't want anybody to take a weight down or to tell us to do less when we'd actually get more out of it. Totally. So our goal is really to try to like meet humans where they are, and that they want to go hard, they want to go strong, they want to go fast, whatever it is, but also kind of fixing them to move as what we call better humans. Like, you still need to, you want to run with your kids, and you want to be able to walk everywhere in the city or wherever you live until you're of whatever age. And over time, you will see people really struggle with that from what they did in their 20s, kind of just pushing through.
It's really, you know, it's the compounded effect of all of that. And, you know, I know that this whole reset, you know, this time that we're dealing with right now, I'm more open to, you know, getting feedback from people and trying to do things differently. And, you know, movement in general is such a beautiful thing, you know.
It is.
Like that, you know, and I don't think enough people are really teaching, you know, movement.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
I mean, that, and we can nerd out on this forever.
For sure.
But, you know, we're at the point now where we're going to ask you some questions.
All right.
Well, you're excited. Let's do this.
I'm nervous.
What songs take you back to your teen years?
Oh, wow. That is tough.
Give me one. We don't need to spend too much time on it.
Ghetto Superstar. I feel like
Love that song.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. That? Right there. Of course I remember that. What's the greatest risk you've ever taken?
Opening Body Evolved.
Nope.
Sure.
And how long has it been open now?
A year. And we opened December 2019. So a year and whatever, a couple of months, and then we closed.
I remember I was at the grand opening.
Yes, thanks
to Bill. Met. That's right. What embarrassing thing did you do once that you laugh at now?
Oh, boy. I mean, there's probably a lot of them. I got to think about this. Oh, Jay, that's a tough one. I'm sure I've done a lot of silly things, but probably wiping out somewhere. Like, I feel like that's definitely something I've done.
Yeah, we've all done that.
We've all done that. That's a tough question. To be in there.
Yeah, it's definitely a wipe out of some sort.
I've done a lot of embarrassing things, I'm sure.
And there might have been alcohol involved, which means you don't really remember it so well.
Exactly, everything's a little hazy.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
Oh, well, I would definitely make sure my family was taken care of. That's always first and foremost. And friends. Like, I think it's super important to share with the people you love and kind of have experiences together to the world, whether it's charity or donations of some sort. But I would love to, one of the things I would love to do is do what I do for free. Yeah, awesome. I would love to do that. I've always said my goal would be to not charge for my services, because I really do love what I do.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great answer. Would you consider yourself a planner or more spontaneous?
I kind of fall somewhere between. I definitely, I like the control of planning, but, you know, I like to kind of have some fun in the mix. So it's got to be it's got to be a blend, but I would say I'm more on the planning side than the spontaneous side.
Got it. A healthy combination. Sleep in or rise early?
Sleep in. No brainer. If you know me, I could sleep like a high school kid. Yep.
What sport are you good at?
I was good at soccer when I was a kid, but not as much anymore. I would say from a sports standpoint, it would probably be weights, like kettlebells and things along on the weightlifting side. That's definitely a skill that I have learned from great trainers in my life now that I focused on. But as a kid, it was soccer. So I'd probably still be able to kick a ball around a little bit.
What habit do you have that you need to break?
Staying up late. That's why I like to sleep in. That's an easy one.
I'm a night owl myself. It's tough, but I've tried so much, like really hard to change that and rise early, because you know the day is so much brighter when you're able to do that. But I'm not at all naturally a morning person.
I'm not wired like that. Like I could, I mean, this coronavirus, I could stay up because I have nothing to get up for.
Yeah.
I'm up all the quarantine, I should say. I'm up all night because that's when I thrive. I can work the best. I have the most energy, so it's a bad habit.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Well, listen, we're past the 10-minute mark, so it's time to take a tour of
I'm a talker.
I know, we could have kept going.
I'm
Refrigerator
a talker,
and pantry. What are you living off of in this wonderful time of being stuck in your apartment?
Well, we're going to be honest. This is one of the survival kits. You know.
Oh, well done. Very well
Viva,
done.
we got to shout out Viva. The last couple of days, I made sure I went real healthy because I have to fix the damage I did the first 2 weeks of just kind of doing whatever. I can live off of the same things every day. We've got lots of veggies. I think that's salmon, cottage cheese. Clearly, I love blue cheese. I'm not a no dairy person. Eggs are my thing, avocado. And then pantry-wise, this is my survival kit. Protein bars for days.
Give us a favorite. What's a favorite protein bar right now?
I recently got addicted to these guys. Raw Red Glow. Somebody turned me on to those.
Oh, I don't even know what they are. That's interesting. I gotta look into them.
They're like a raw superfood, you know, pretending to be somewhat healthier than the rest of the processed crap up there. I'm well aware they're processed. And then I could live off Skinny Pop. That was dangerous the first few weeks. You know,
by the way, I mean, this is all relatively healthy danger. This is nothing crazy.
I am a relatively healthy danger person, but I am a quantity person.
Yes,
so
that's my problem,
I could do too. These are actually pretty dangerous, you know.
What is that?
They're like some pretend to be healthy, I don't know, low sugar gummy bear thing.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know, I have some guilty pleasures in there. That's my sister's company. I got to give her a shout out.
Shout that, like, pull it out. Let's see.
Croce.
Very cool.
So you know, I go healthy, but I gotta limit the quantity.
Yeah,
and the first few weeks of isolation, I was like, oh, you got to pull it together, Corinne.
Listen, man, I've been trying to convince myself I'm still in my normal routine. Not easy to do, but it's like the only way that I can like not get into a funk, you know, like, because you just start getting that. It's hard. And the more time that goes on, it's like, you know, I don't know if I'm getting better at staying in a routine, or if I'm just like, you know, one day it's a wrap, I'm just done. But either way, we'll see. Hopefully we only have I don't want to say a few weeks, but weeks, not months left here before we can get out and about.
And I think, you know, I know we all know this, but we're lucky. So when I beat myself up over, you know, too many snacks or too many glasses of wine or whatever, I say we're really lucky if we're stuck at home healthy. So we got to go easy on ourselves. You know, this is a very strange time.
Most definitely. Thank you so much for taking the time.
You're the best.
This is wonderful. You're the best. Take care, and we'll speak soon.
All right, appreciate you.
Take care. Appreciate you. Be well. Peace.
I just walked in, but y'all already know me. Things in the world nowadays getting oldie. Chilling in the crib with the fam, getting cozy. Talking with my people, we at home with our homies.